CBD oil, coconut oil, great for gut cleaning, apple cider vinegar, aloe, charcoal, and active probiotics. This is great for keeping your gut in stability because, like I said, if your gut's not working right, it'll screw with your bowels, the way you absorb things. You'll have bloat, you'll have irritable bowel syndrome, you'll have gas, things like that to cause you discomfort. So when you're going to diet, you want to get a healthy diet, consume what is whole foods, you want to do some type of exercise, and you want to add supplements and vitamins, because if you're taking some things out, like in the beginning, you should probably do a good purge. That's the other thing we're going to be talking about. Sometimes you need to flush your system. We do not need to eat every day. You will not die. I just want you to know that. If you're going to start a diet, there's a good chance that doing a cleanse or a fasting, always make sure you're drinking your fluids. Don't forget to drink water. You have to drink water. But if you're going to take your food out, if it's for a religious purpose, I'm going to tell you what, I'm hypoglycemic. And when you are fasting for the right reason, because what happens is fasting is cleaning, but fasting, even in the religious world, is cleansing. It's purifying so that you can hear, and you're sacrificing the normal earth substance to communicate with God. So when you're fasting, you're also cleansing your body. It's very, very good to fast because sometimes your body needs to remove, kind of like a woman has her menstrual cycle, she's removing dead cells and old things within her body. It's cleansing. So if you want to do that, if you're going to be doing your dieting, please be careful with it. Don't get too extreme. A day or so, maybe fast, drink water. People go on diets, fasting diets of like, I'm only going to eat vegetables and drink water. You'll be fine. Make sure you're taking supplements if you're going to go on an extreme diet. Like if you want to become a vegetarian, make sure you study the food so you still get all those groups. You need your proteins, you need your dairy, or that type of a thing. You need vegetables, sugars, you need all that stuff. So you have to find another way to get it, because there are, I believe you can find all the things you need in a vegetarian diet, but you have to eat certain things. Like you may have to add beans, you may have to add kale, or you may have to add certain things. And if you don't like that food, you definitely want to look into vitamins, okay? The next thing that you need to deal with your diet is allergies. We spoke about this before. There are food allergies, drug allergies, you have environmental allergies, sensitivities and tolerances, and the dangers. Okay, so food allergies are very prominent more now because of the chemicals, but there are simple, like peanuts, whey, eggs, soy. You have to find what your allergies are, because you will create problems in your body. You will be sick, you will trigger things, immuno things. You could kill yourself. I mean, some things are so allergy induced. So you probably, if you're allergic to a food that you know of, you're a label reader, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you have an intolerance or a sensitivity, it is just as damaging on your body in the long term as a full out allergy that you see a symptom, spots, you can't breathe. Because an intolerance means that your body really can't tolerate it. It really doesn't like it. It triggers things within your body. You can eat it, you're not going to die, but it will in the long term hurt you. Okay, so if you have gallbladder issues, you have to be careful with your dairies and your fats, because your gallbladder is what releases the chemicals into your intestines to break the fats down so that they don't come out like yucky and gooey still. It breaks the fatty things down. So you may have to watch milk, dairy, cheese, things like that, ice cream. So you might want to be careful how you consume them. Dairy isn't really great for you to start with. You need a certain amount of it, but too much of those fats really can agitate the lining of your intestines and stuff like that. So like I said, everything is balanced. You should have a full diet of different things. Eggs. I can eat eggs, but they upset my stomach. If I eat them scrambled, it's weird. If I eat them scrambled, they're not bad, but if I eat them as a fried egg, it'll upset my stomach. So I have an intolerance to one of the agents. Like one of the pieces, like the white or the yellow, must bother me if it's by itself. It must irritate my stomach. Environmental allergies can also affect things like pollens, dust, perfumes, because they create histamines. I have asthma, so I take an asthma inhibitor that keeps my histamines down, because that mucus and those things, if you keep agitating things, your systems are not going to function. You're not going to feel well, okay? So remove certain things so your overall health is an optimal thing. If you have asthma problems, find out what triggers it. If you have stomach problems, pay attention to the foods that you're eating or drinking. Do research on foods that are known to do this or known to have that effect, or, just work with it. You can have mental disabilities from the chemicals and the preservatives and the foods that you eat or have eaten as a child. That's major. Like, there are people that are dealing with mental disabilities because of the food that they're consuming, because the chemicals that are in their food are interacting with the brain and functioning, and maybe they're eating it all the time. Maybe they don't know how to cook, or they don't know how to do a certain thing, so they're eating a certain thing. Drinking soda's terrible for you guys. Soda is full of chemicals. It's full of salt and things of that nature. It's not good for your teeth. It's acid. It's not good for your insides. I mean, having it once in a while is a treat, but if you drink soda all the time, you really need to stop consuming so much soda. Coffee can be very toxic too. If you can drink coffee and it doesn't upset your stomach, that's fine, but there's oils and things that are in coffee. So if you're a big coffee drinker and you keep having a lot of indigestion or have a lot of problems, maybe take your coffee out for a little bit, replace it with tea or something if you need the caffeine, because you're going to get headaches if you take coffee away. Just like I said, wean yourself off of things. All right, so we talked about that and the dangers. We need to be careful with the stuff that we're allergic to, because either you have a life-threatening thing, you have spots on you, but if it does something to hurt your body, it's not good. Stop consuming it. Find out, open your eyes, open your mind, and figure out, yeah, I'm sorry if you can't have wheat, but if that's what makes you sick and yucky and it's just it's hurting your body, it's hurting your gut, you need to remove it so everything in your body can function correctly. You'll feel better. Yes, I love ring dings, but if that's what's making me hurt and sick and spots and itching, girlfriend, you need to give up the brownies. You need to give up the donuts. Sir, you need to stop eating that donut on the break if you have a gluten problem or if you have a sugar problem. If you're a diabetic, you need to find alternate things to eat. Okay? So your mental state was the other part, guys. Why are you dieting? Are you dieting because you want to be healthy? Are you dieting because it's a vanity thing? Do you feel insecure? Are you dieting because you've gotten a disease or something that requires you to? Do you just want to clean out? Have you just got an epiphany that, hey, I need to take care of my temple? Whatever the case may be, figure out why you're dieting and figure out mentally where it's taking you. If it's a physical thing and you just want to be pretty, why? Are you doing it for the right reason? Are you going to be able to stick with it? Is it a life-changing thing? I think the biggest thing for dieting has to be life-changing for health, and you have to be serious. This is not something you do. You can't take a pill and make it all better, because it's going to hurt you either way. Or if you change or you go back to the way you're eating, you're going to gain the weight, and you might gain it double, and it might even be more devastating. Weight is important. I definitely enforce keeping your weight under control, but not because I want you to be beautiful, not because you're ugly, because you have your weight. It's not that. With the extra weight, you're adding extra strain. With the extra weight, you are not functioning at the capacity you need to function. You do not need to be a skinny, tiny rail. If you are, amen. God bless you. You need to be a healthy weight. You need to be a maintainable weight that you can walk, you can do things, you can eat. If you're eating healthy, you can keep yourself from a lot of heart disease. You can keep yourself from having to take pills for diabetes. You could be a diabetic and not even know it, because if you're eating a healthier diet that's got less sugars, you're trying to eat healthy, your system might not even trigger or need it. You might be able to keep it under control, or with natural supplements. How do you feel about it? If it's superficial and it's just based on someone making you feel like you need to be skinnier, then you're probably not going to succeed. You have to want to feel better, to be in a better state, to have mobility, because I'm going to tell you, anybody who went from a larger size down to a smaller size will feel good about themselves, but they will most definitely tell you, if they did it the right way, that they feel better. Their joints don't hurt as much. Their body seems to function. They're not as tired. They're not as lethargic. They're not as weighed down. Because if they're eating the right way and they're losing weight the right way, they are healing their body. Okay? So make sure you understand why you're doing it. Do you know how to do it? I would say the best bet to do, and I have done this myself, and it does not happen overnight, guys. It may, but it doesn't always happen overnight. You have to eat healthy, portion control, make sure you're taking vitamins and supplements to help you if you're not eating a full, fresh diet. You need to do mental help to be able to keep yourself more mentally stable. You need to exercise in the ability that you know how to exercise, and you need to change the way you're doing things. If you want to be healthy and you want to live a different life, you have to choose to want to live a different life. I said, there's not a pill or a poof that's going to make you skinny. You have to proactively change the way you consume food, how you look at food, how you look at your body, and what you're going to be doing. Maybe cut your sugars down. If you want to purge, go and cleanse. Take a day or two, drink waters and juices and stuff like that, so your body you'll flush out a lot of toxins, a lot of water weight, and see where you are after a couple days. If you can do that, if you can flush your body out, you'll see if some of your stuff was just bloat, water, toxins. And then you need to slowly integrate healthy eating, healthy habits. Choose to eat 3 meals that are smaller and put some snacks in between. Are you doing this alone, or are you doing it clinically? If your doctor is working with you, great. If you need help, go to the doctor, go to a nutritionist, ask them, this is what I'm struggling with, these are my allergies, and this is what I need to get to, and they will help you. Go to a gym and say, this is what I need to lose weight on, this is where I'm having pain in my back or my joints or my feet. I'm going to be doing a diet, but can you help me to strengthen certain places in my body to alleviate pain? All the exercise you do is still going to help you. And if you target it to an area, say you have had a baby and you want to lose that weight and you're feeling kind of ugh, and you just feel weighted down, you can say to them, this is my target area, this is where I want to work. Well, they're going to have you work those things, but in turn you're also exercising. So you're focusing your energy on where you need to work it, and you are exercising at the same time and moving your body and doing what you need to do. So if you need help, reach out. If you don't know how to start, do not just blindly do it or just eat salad. That's not going to help you. A mixed diet of many different foods and variety is very important. Portion control and the type of food you're eating, like if it's chemical or made. Try to eat as many whole foods as possible and you will definitely see a difference. Do you have the resources? That's the part I was saying. Sometimes you're going to have to buy canned foods, or you're going to have to buy frozen foods because you don't have the money maybe to buy fresh fruit or fresh produce or whatever. Find things that have the least amount of sugar or the least amount of salt if you're going to buy canned goods. And that includes trying to make something from scratch. There are simple cookbook plans. There are simple things you can get. And I would say if you are a hunter, your hunted foods are going to be the best meats for you because they're not going to be contaminated. Or if you raise your own animals to eat, or you go to like a local butcher or a place, if that's where you live by, that actually has farm fresh foods. That is going to be usually your wholest, most organic type of quality for your body. The other part is, do you have a support system in place? You cannot diet without someone supporting you. It's kind of like a person that's coming off of drugs. of alcohol. Listen, I know this sounds ridiculous, but when you're coming off of sugars and things and you're changing your diet, your life, your way of thought, you need a support system. So do it with somebody. Reach out to a company like a Weight Watchers or a Nutrisystem. Reach out to a support group that might be in your area, your husband, your friend, your sister. Hey, you want to do this with me? It's accountability. It's supporting each other when you feel weak. It's no, don't take that cookie, man. Let's get something else. It's somebody inspiring you to do something better. Make sure you have a support system or something that's going to help you, and a place that you can also find resources for more information or how to maintain and keep yourself healthy. Okay, I know there's like Weight Watcher programs, there's groups all over the place. They are also out there to support you in your mental stability, not just your physical. Find a group that wants you to be whole as a being. Okay, and then the dangers: do not take laxatives, do not starve yourself. Your body's going to have more problems if you starve yourself, and when you eat again, you're going to pack on more weight. Do not do pills that are going to make you like you're on speed. Healthy diet, exercise, the food portions, and changing the way you look at things. Mental stability. See, you'd be surprised. There's going to be people that are going to go through a diet and a life change, and they won't have to take half of the medicines that they're prescribed by the pharmaceutical world. So guys, this is just a little tidbit for you. I hope it's something that will help you. Dieting is essential. We eat every day. How you eat, what you put in your mouth, how you go about your life, forcing yourself to be active, even if it's just moving around the house, taking a walk, taking the dog, playing with the kids, whatever. Force yourself, even when you feel sluggish, to get out there and do stuff. Be healthy for you. Your body will show it. That'll be the little extra perk that comes with it. But do it because you want to feel better, you want to have a healthy body, and you want to live a life that is full and complete. This is Yolanda Roos with Body, Mind, and Soul, speaking about your body, your diet, and well-being. Thank you, guys.